Welcome to another installment of This Is Not Normal on the Political Drain podcast with Drill Sergeant Doug, aka Admin Doug, a U.S. Army veteran, teacher, musician, and family man from Jamaica, now fights for justice and democracy through commentary and humor. Follow him on YouTube at Political Drain and at Sons of Liberty Official as Drill Sergeant, aka Admin Doug, continues to protect our freedoms.
My God, YouTube! The homeless advocacy groups are all Antifa! No! Say it ain't so! What's up, YouTube? Drill Sergeant here. Now, I got no script, no notes. What I'm going to do is read to you the comment that was left under the video that I just posted this morning. You know, that really important one about the guy getting bitch slapped by Representative Thompson because he had no idea what Antifa was, who they were, where they were, how long they've been around, because they don't exist. It's obvious. And although I was having great fun with that, YouTube, I found a teachable moment here. Not for the troglodytes, the idiots, the mouth breathers and cut-off shirt wearers, the toothless idiots that come on to the comment section and try to give disinformation to my folks. There will never be enough for them, no matter how much proof is given. Allow me to read this. Mr. Thompson is an idiot along with all Democrats. Acting like Antifa is some amorphous or decentralized organization that doesn't truly exist because there allegedly isn't a headquarters is a joke. If Antifa doesn't exist, why is the left so concerned that Trump declared Antifa terrorist organizations? Because Antifa exists, and it's a terrorist organization. According to the Capital Research Center, since 2016, Soros's OSF, now led by his son Alexander, has funneled more than 80 million into groups linked to extremist activity, including Antifa. I'll start with the first half and dismantle your fucking stupid ass real quick. No mic needed. This is off the top. Here's the lesson for all of you Antifa people out there. All of us Antifa groups out there. Anti-fascist terrorists out there. In other words, intelligent people with two fucking brain cells to rub together. Here's the teachable moment for us. What this bum ass says, besides the fact that he says, why are we concerned if there's no such thing as Antifa, which should be obvious, because if there's no such thing as Antifa, then you can say anybody's Antifa. That's the point, you fucking idiot. That's the point, you low IQ imbecile, you fucking monkey. That's the point, you ape. You knuckle-dragging, mountain, hill, crest, roaming, fucking hairy ape. That's the point. But more importantly, the teachable moment is, the what now? The Capital Research Center? Well, good and decent people of the resistance, when you hear that, when you see that, when you see these stats brought out by really great sounding organizations, names that are really official sounding organizations. First of all, I don't know if it's real. I've never heard of it. So what you do is you type it out. Capital Research, what the fuck? Center. Enter. Look at here. The Capital Research Center is a right-wing fucking think tank. There's nothing official about it. As a matter of fact, the very first story on their page is, well, this is amazing, YouTube. This is amazing. The reporting here, stellar. It says, the ideological capture of homeless advocacy demonstrates how a growing number of organizations in the homeless policy space are aligned with radical, even extremist worldviews, ranging from anti-police and anti capitalist to groups that express support for foreign terrorist organizations. My God, YouTube, the homeless advocacy groups are all Antifa. No, say it. You absolute fucking troglodyte. You caveman. You stupid idiot. You're a fucking stupid idiot. You go on my page to spread this filth, this disinformation from this ridiculous group. Somehow sounds like they're adjacent to the Heritage Foundation. The Capital Research Center has only done research in the exact center of the colon of Donald Trump. So no, we don't believe you there, you idiot. The worst part about all of this is, in order for you to find this haberdashery, this ridiculousness, in order for you to find this blatant fool's gold, you had to pass by so many other actual sources telling you that it's not an organization, much less the video you just got done watching, mine. Yeah. No mic necessary. I'm yelling right into the camera. It's going to be tingy. It's going to be weird sounding. But the people who know. And the people who are going to learn from this will learn. This is how you do it, YouTube. When you hear and see these types of organizations or people pulling up stats that you just know don't seem right. They're not. I know it's not true. I know that Drill Sergeant Doug has told me certain things, and if he's lying, then I need to find out. So you look it up. Don't just argue in the comment section. I appreciate those who did. I appreciate you guys just tapping in and saying you know what it is. But don't start there. Type it in. Google exists. And then answer in the comment section. Look it up. Anybody's telling you that I lied to you, look it up first. Because I'd like to know if I made a mistake. They could be right. How about that? When you care about the truth, you don't mind looking shit up. When you're making arguments in good faith, then I don't mind looking it up. I don't mind you looking it up. Find it. Tell me. And if I'm wrong, I'll say, dang, I didn't know that. Let me show you how I found out what I found out. And we'll compare notes. But when you give me this 2-bit operation of a right-wing think tank that tells me that caring for the homeless is terrorist activity, I know exactly where the fuck you are in your political journey, you dumbass bitch, you fucking idiot. You would believe in Antifa because you need someone to hate. You can't wait to take the penny from the cup from a homeless person and put it in your pocket. In order to find this 2-bit operation, what you had to do was go past the thousands of other information. Like this. Is Antifa a terrorist organization? Enter. U.S. Department of State. Antifa OST. Antifa East and Hammerband. Germany-based militant group. Not us. Not here. Germany. OST. Informal Anarchist Federation. Not us. Armed Proletarian Justice. Not us. Revolutionary Class Self-Defense. Not us. They're in Greece. These are names loosely associated that you're trying your hardest to fit into a box that doesn't exist. This is what they've identified on their own. Where's Antifa? This is an actual Antifa OST's organization that they know that they can find where they've been, what they've been doing, where they're based. Where's the base of it was the question. If he had said Germany, then at that moment, he would have outed himself that there's no fucking Antifa here. And that isn't Antifa. It has an actual name, OST. If you would have looked at the next one. This resolution deems certain conduct of members of Antifa as domestic terrorism and designates Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization. The resolution calls on the Department of Justice to prosecute crimes of domestic terrorism by Antifa and use all variable tools and resources to combat the spread of such terrorism by Antifa. It never gives any Antifa. It's about the deeming certain conduct of members of Antifa. Where is it? What was it? Is this it? Is these two lines is what you're telling me? Where's where? Who and when? Okay, maybe I'm just messing up. Start. Is Antifa a terrorist group? I don't even know who this stupid page is. Groups associated with right-wing politics in the United States have been attributed to an ill-defined entity called Antifa, short for anti-fascist. A high-profile example took place in Charlottesville, Virginia on August 11th. During 2 days of conflict and violence, anti-right-wing protesters clashed with right-wing supporters. During the second day of the confrontation, a right-wing supporter drove a car into a crowd of protesters. I'm looking for Antifa! I can't find it yet. Let's go to the next one. The WhiteHouse.gov. Now, this should give us the answers you're looking for. Let's see why you didn't use this, but you only used the 2-bit operation that you could find. Antifa is a terrorist threat. Antifa is a militarist, anarchist terrorist threat. It uses illegal means to organize and execute a campaign of violence. Antifa recruits, trains, and radicalizes young Americans to engage in this violence. Blah, 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 blah. Where? When? Why? Do you see it? Who? Not there. Antifa further coordinate with other organizations? Where? Which ones? Name them. That's section 2, designated as domestic terrorists because the aforementioned pattern of political violence that they haven't proven, shown, give an example of? Not one. Where is it? Show me. When? Involving terrorist actions? Where? When? Who? How many? What region? What date? What time? Not there. Section 3, general provisions. The order shall be implemented consistent with applicable law. Huh? Huh? I'm looking for it. Do you see it? I'm looking for it. This is the White House. No wonder you couldn't use them, because not even they found a date or an action or a name, or a place, or anything relevant to what the thing is talking about. No wonder you couldn't use the White House. You had to go to the 2-bit people who are covering for the clown in chief, for the orange maniac masquerading as a Mussolini of Mar-a-Lago. The toucan of spray tan Sam who still can't get his own makeup right, that you worship at, genuflect, and suck his cock for no reason other than to be a fucking racist, white, troglodyte. You've got nothing. You come on my page to spout this shit. Who knows how far down a rabbit hole you went to go find that piece of shit. Which even in itself doesn't give anything, but at least it has a date, which is better than what actually came from this stupid ass White House. Because they got nothing. Because when the question is asked, what do you have? The answer is, and you call the other guy stupid. You fucking moron. Get your knuckles off the ground. Stand up straight. Act like a grown-ass human being. A decent person. Give the change back to the homeless people that you stole it from, you fucking degenerate. Get off my fucking page. Read a book. Tomorrow we fight.
Hey, yeah, you.
Before you click away to watch someone unbox a tactical toothbrush, let's talk about something real. Political Drain isn't just another content mill. We're a digital front in a very real war, not with bullets, but with ideas, with action, and with solidarity. We pair urgent news with critical education. And we build community around actual resistance, not the hashtag kind, the kind that moves. But here's the thing, none of this is free. It isn't. Behind every video is time, labor, research, and some weird guy asking if we're going to pay the hosting bill. And yeah, some of that money goes to things we can't necessarily say out loud. If you know, you know. Let's just say our special ops aren't Call of Duty LARPers. They're people making real moves to protect, uplift, and organize. You're not just funding a channel. You're funding a resistance network in a world where capital still calls the shots. Unfortunately, in a system built on artificial scarcity, even mutual aid has a price tag. And if we want to grow, if we want to win, we need your help. We need your help. So if you've got even a few bucks to spare, toss it our way. It's not for ads. It's not for merch drops, but for people making moves in the shadows so others can do it in the light. It's just us and you. So fund the mission, fund the fight, fund the future, because nobody's coming to save us. We save each other. That's how this works. Follow us on all these things you see here, and our link tree is in the description. Maybe even get some merch.
That was the Political Drain podcast, which can be heard on www.groovechillradio.com/political-drain and can be viewed on the Political Drain YouTube channel anytime. Once again, thank you for listening to Groove Chill as we resist fascism in any form, pursue democracy, peace, and love.